Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
These are the trending news headlines in Mexico on Saturday, April 8, 2023. In the Mexican town of Atlixco, a cherished tradition has played out for over a century. Every year on Good Friday, more than 100 men participate in the Procesión de los Engrillados, or the Procession of the Chained. The men, barefoot, half-naked, and blindfolded, drag 70-pound chains around their necks and clatter them around their ankles as they walk through the town's blazing cobblestone streets. The participants believe it's a way to give thanks or pay penance for their sins. While some criticize the procession, others feel it's a tradition worth preserving. However, participation has dropped off in recent years due to a dip in Catholicism and the coronavirus pandemic. In North Texas, drug cartels are using social media to push deadly fentanyl, according to current and former Mexican and U.S. law enforcement authorities. The Sinaloa and Jalisco cartels have become high-tech experts, relying on encrypted communication gadgets and social media to recruit dealers and distribute their drugs across the border and into North Texas. Anyone with a smartphone and Wi-Fi access can connect with these criminal networks, allowing them to traffic drugs easily. This has resulted in several overdoses, with some being fatal. Experts suggest that regulations need to be implemented to force social media companies to do more to block ads for fake prescription pills. They also warn that focusing solely on border security and policing is not enough, as cartels can use technology to bypass it. The US dollar is the longest-lasting fiat currency in the world, but not the only one, and the end of its reign has been predicted for decades. The US requires countries to pay for or trade oil in dollars, which has led to every country buying dollars. Japan and Mexico expressing interest in joining BRICS, a group of emerging economies, is significant because those countries plan to back their ledger with commodities and consumer goods, and this means all those dollars will come back to the US. The BRICS nations want to get away from the US. Federal Reserve's quantitative easing, which they believe siphons wealth away from other countries. Some of the packers in the cattle industry are owned by companies from BRICS nations, and the government may not even have the power to break them up anymore. The author urges cattle ranchers to market their cattle in real-time cash flow reckoning, as it allows them to see the profitable relationships. Cattle prices continue to climb higher, which is good for those who don't sell by market, but those with market literacy are also feeling good about the price relationships. The value of gain is clear, and the fat-to-feeder trade is even more attractive after fats got a boost this week. For more trending news headlines in Spain, simply search Ozcast Mexico News Headlines in your favorite podcast app.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.